We're about to see the game kick off here as we see Stan V and Misha taking the face off here. Stan V taking it up. Glenny Boo able to hit its corner. Stan V looking for any of his shifty little moves in the corner here. Unable to find it. As Misha sends it up to Casper the Friendly Ghost as Bugged isn't able to get there on time. Glenny Boo looking to dump it up to Bugged. Stan V able to clear its corner as Doggin is unable to get there in time. Misha looking for a little slap shot there, unable to find it. As a good clearance, good pass to Bugged. Good glove by Panaman. Getting that glove warm early. Misha looking for any move here as he gets shut down by Stan V. Dredgen looking for a pass across to Stan V. Stan V not there in time. Stan V giving a lot of space in this corner here. If there's anyone in the BHL that you don't want to give that much space to, it is Stan V. You know, a very nifty guy with all his little mechs. You don't want to leave him be. Misha, good block on that. Able to get the shot away far side, but Panaman easy glove as he just sits there, gives himself time, his team time to make a little line change. Wapex now on the ice now. Starman of CGY for quite a while now as Mason sends it up to him. Wapex looking for a little shot. Unable to find it as Robe clears it to corner. Wapex finding a few pullbacks. Dicker able to shut that down as Mason takes it back into his own defensive zone. Robe with a good ping, looking for a crossing pass, unable to find it as Wapex clamps him. Robe looking for that cross again, probably captioned, looking for the shot, unable to find it as Jalen Petre, recent acquisition of CGY, shuts that down. Mason looking to clear it up towards Jalen Petre, unable to find it as Rob clamps him, looking for a centering pass, but it just goes beyond the net. Wapex take up the boards now against Robe. Gets shut down by Dicker. Mason able to take it a little bit. Dicker once again. Nice little clamp there from him. Wapex taking the space and time he has. Great ping by Robe looking for a shot. Wapex with a good block. Stanley with a good pullback. Completely misses the puck when he swings his stick there. Stanley trying to find anything here. Do any of his dark magic as he faces up against Wapex, old line mate of his last season. Glenny Boo trying to get it up boards. Stanley recovers. Glenny Boo, nice little crouch there. Stanley gets around Misha, looking for a shot, and it's a goal! The Philadelphia Freedom. Stanley with a nice little nifty movement. Siffin, what do you make of that?
Well, I mean, I think one of my biggest question marks coming into this game was this first line with Misha and Glenny Boo. I played against them last game day on Wednesday, and they seemed relatively weak. At least weaker than they should be on paper, because these are two top 10 players in the league right now, at least according to the player rankings, and they're not there for no reason. They're both very good players, but for whatever reason, this line just seemed a little bit on the weaker side. And I mean, this was the best second line of the league at one point with J4 instead of Bugged, but just not clicking right now.
Yeah, 100%. Misha able to win that face-off against Stanley, taking it to corner now. Trying to get any pressure or shots on net going. Yo, keep the pressure. Pandaman is a hard goalie to break through. As we all know, absolutely seasoned goaltender. As Misha fights in the corner against Doggin. Bugged. Able to get a little bit on that. Doggin gets to step on him. Misha stepping on him now. Able to win it back into corner. Able to get a little pullback there. Stanley shuts it down. Isn't able to send it far as Glenny Boo sends it over to Bugged, but he's not able to rip his shot fast enough. Misha gets the pass over to Bugged. Great shot. Unable to get the follow-up. Misha as Doggin clears it to the corner. Misha and Bugged. Little miscommunication from Calgary there. Glenny Boo takes the quick shot. Trying to catch Pandaman off guard, but it's a light glove for the great goaltender that Pandaman is. Stan V sends it up to Robe. Robe back on the ice now. Fighting against Mason and behind the net here. Mason able to break past Robe. Taking up the ice now. Gets it past Dicker. Looking for a shot. Unable to find it. It's probably caption shuts him down. Wapex looking to dump it back up the boards towards Mason. Fighting against Robe. We're going to see this a lot this game. Mason able to get it, a little hit on it. Unable to get anything else. As probably caption comes crashing in to try and take a shot there. Great crouch by probably caption. Sends it just beyond the net. Wapex able to recover here. Get a bit of space. Probably caption. Bad pinch there. Robe's able to recover for him though. Wapex, good pullback. Potentially looking for a shot or crossing pass. Dicker, great block again. Robe, looking for a pass or a shot. Mason shuts it down. Robe, able to win that corner. Sends it to slot for caption. Unable to find a shot as it gets pinged away by Wapex. Wapex sends it over to Mason. Mason looking for a cross pass. Just goes straight into Robe. Straight to Robe's feet. He's looking for a cross pass of his own. Wapex in the corner against Robe. Robe just gets a step on him. You know, a bit less tired than Wapex is. He's been out for a while on ice. It'll be tough to race against someone who's less tired than you. Robe looking for a cross-ice pass. Nobody's home, though, as Bugged is given a lot of time to recover from that. Potentially punishing play. Gleniboo looking to dump it up same side to Bugged. Unable to find it as Stan V checks in. Dogging. Nice little pullback attempt. Misha pings it away with ease, though. Stan V pushing up the boards again. Fighting in the corner goes Gleniboo. Gleniboo gets a step on him, looking for a pass up to Misha here. And he finds it. As Misha gets a nice little pullback, looking for a shot, and he misses the puck again. And it's a nice little shot from Gleniboo. Bit of a Hail Mary from that far out, but, you know, eventually one of these might slip through. Stan V gets pung away by Gleniboo. Gleniboo and Stan V behind the net again. Stan V gets a good pullback. Misha on him now. Misha, good pullback. Looks for the shot, and he gets the goal. Sipping. I mean, 4 seconds until the end of the period. That's what you want to see as a CGY player.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think what I said about this line, they just kind of made me eat my words there. They had so much pressure that entire shift. I mean, a couple whiffs here and there. Maybe their shots weren't going, you know, where they wanted it. They were kind of shooting it a little bit center mass, but they had so much pressure on that line. It was bound to happen. And I'm really happy for them that they got that one before the period ended and they can bring that momentum into the second period. They definitely needed that.
100%. You know, ending off a period with a goal to level it out. That's what you want to see. CGY, king of comebacks so far. They've come back in quite a few games. Recently down against Minnesota. So I think on that as we send it back down to ice. You're back in that. All right.
Nah, I'm standing on business, bro.
Okay. You know what? I gotta respect it. Little FOV from Calgary there, as Bugged is forced to take the face off here against Stan V. As we kick this off again for the second period, Doggin just dumps it straight back up. Dredgen finds the pass over to Stan V. Stan V looking for a shot, able to find it as Krabby with a good positional save there. I believe this is one of his first BHL starts. One of her first BHL starts. As Bugged is trying to check Stan V there as he takes out boards. Fighting against 2 Philadelphia men here. Gleniboo sends it straight back up into the offensive zone. Doggin sends it to Stan V, who is unable to get anything going as he gets shut down by Gleniboo. Bugged looking for a slot pass to Misha. Misha unable to slap it as it gets cleared well by the Philadelphia defenseman. Dredgen with a nice little clearance there. Gleniboo just sort of dumping it. As Dredgen sends it back down to boards. Doggin finds Dredgen, unable to get the shot off as 2 CGY men just pile on him. Gleniboo pushing up the boards now. Wapex back on the ice for CGY. Wapex looking for anything here against probably Caption. You know, probably one of the weaker parts of this Philadelphia team. Looking for a shot, unable to find it as Dicker is able to clear that out. Wapex looking for a shot after a good pass from Mason. Unable to find it. Great glove by Panaman after a good move from Wapex. Dicker sends it down the line to no one. Nobody's home for them. As probably Caption steps on this one. Sends it down the line to Dicker. Wapex meets it, however. And he sends it across again to Casper the Friendly Ghost. As Mason is in this corner against Probably Caption. Probably Caption breaks pass. Sending a pass down to Robe. Wapex is able to recover. Good recovery from Wapex there. Able to catch up to Robe in time before he rips the shot. Robe so dangerous with these P3s. Has been for God knows how long. Probably Captain looking for a shot. Able to find it. As Mason is just sort of staring in awe as he just takes that shot. Dicker fighting with Jalen Petre in the corner. able to win it, but Wapex is there. Sends it to slot for Mason. Looking for a shot again. Great ping by Robe, I think it was. Good glove by Panaman. Bit of a weak shot from Jalen Petre, but good for the Panaman stat pad. Push his agenda. Glennyboo. Fighting against Stanby again. We're going to be hearing this all game long. Glennyboo sends it up. Bit of a miscommunication from CGY there. 2-on-1 for CGY. Monsieur opts for the shot instead of the pass, and it goes straight into Pandaman's chest, who's just wasting time behind his own net. He has no reason to play that out when you have Monsieur right on you. Stanby able to get it past Monsieur. No, left with loads of space. He doesn't punish for it though. Good shot by Boggs. Panaman not being caught lacking there. Stanby whiffing on the puck quite a lot. We don't see this a lot from the guy. Stanby looking for a cross-eye pass to Dredgenet. Dredgenet takes the shot, and that is an airball. Just a bit wide of the post. Glennyboo gets out of Stanby. Dredgen with a good little pinch there. Looking for a centering pass. Unable to... He just dances on top of the puck. A bit of BM from Dredgenet there. Or a skill issue. We will never know. Stanby and Misha both simultaneously whiff on the puck there as Bogd is chasing after this one. Looking for a ping into the net off a dog-in hit. Unable to... Just goes a bit wide of the post though. Dredgen looking for a cross-ice pass again. Stanby unable to get there first as Wapex is there. Once again meeting these cross-ice passes first before the Philly men can. They've got the right idea with these passes, but they're never there first. If I'm them, I'm trying to make those moves quicker. Wapex would put any fancy moves here. Jaden Petre dumps back up to corner against Stanby in this corner, who's taking a bit of a long shift here, allowing for his line mate Doggin to go hop off the ice to hop on bench. Mason able to check that, sends it to slot for Jalen Petre, unable to find anything. Wapex with a slap shot off a Mason pullback. Yeah, I mean, accidental or not, still a good goal. Siffin.
Well, yeah, I mean, Wapex, you know, actually making some impact for once, and not just on the integrity of the ice. But, no, I mean, Wapex also just generally really kicked it up a gear that period, and I think that this was kind of bound to happen. I think Stan V and Rob are really struggling to contain him. I think in general, the Philly Superstars have been kept really quiet, and Calgary is starting to turn up their offense.
100%. I mean, to be honest, I think Philly have had the right ideas with some of these passing plays, but they're just not communicating or not on the same wavelength as Calgary are always able to meet it before they do. Good slap shot attempt by Mason. Just goes a bit wide of the post, though, as Mason meets it in the corner. Shot by Jalen Petre just rolls off the post as Robe is able to start pushing this up boards now as he's met by Wapex. A little bit of a tired Wapex, however, as Robe just sort of dumps it up into the Calgary defensive zone. Wapex finding a pass up to Jalen Petre, who looks for it across, only to meet probably Caption. Mason whiffs on the puck a little bit there, but gets bailed out because both the Philly men also whiffed on it. Mason pushing up the ice now. Gets cleared out by Robe. Robe pushing up now. Glennyboo meets him. Glennyboo looking for a shot here. Panaman with an easy glove. You know, a bit of a weak shot. It happens. Glennyboo looking for a shot here. Nice little pullback move. Looking for the shot. Oh my Christ. What a glove by Pandaman. And a great play by Glennyboo.
I think that might be the first time I've seen that string of pullbacks gone for in a game. I've seen a couple of clips of people doing it in the an arena for practice, but I don't know if you've ever seen that happen in a game.
No, I don't think I have either. An impressive set of skills before taking the shot by Glennyboo, but Pandaman equal to it.
Glennyboo is very much a sleeper, a really mechanical player. He is such a good mechanical player. He just plays defense, so you don't see him in the offensive zone that much.
Yeah, especially on a line with Monsieur or like last season. Well, last season is with like Zulus and Quake TFA, I think. Bugged. Able to win the face-off against Stan V here as he's looking for a centering pass for Monsieur. Stan V able to get a step on him. Glennyboo with a good defensive ping. Sends it over to Monsieur. Monsieur looking for the shot. trying to get it around Panaman, but Panaman stood strong in that net, and I spoke too soon. Nice little pass from Misha.
I think Philly just seem like they're completely checked out of this game now. They had some things going for them earlier. They had a couple cross ice passes that maybe they could have done something with. They had a couple of shots. Probably Caption had a great chance at some point. But at this point, they have had zero pressure. Calgary has had all the pressure. Misha and Gleniboo seem to kind of just like awaken, and it seems like there's just been nothing Philly can do right now. I don't know if it is their depth pieces being weaker, if their superstars are underperforming, but they just can't seem to get through this Calgary team.
They've just been really defensively weak, unable to meet these passes, unlike CGY, who finds another open pass, but Bugged just finds himself a bit behind the puck, unable to meet it as he sends a weak shot towards Pandaman. Bugged fighting against Doggin behind the net here. Able to win it as this period will probably be killed out in the Philadelphia defense. That is crazy. Anyways, we've got Misha and Robe. Philadelphia looking to switch the lines up, hoping Robe will provide some defensive comfort for the first line against that Misha. Bugged, able to ping that pass that Dicker sent to probably Caption. Straight up to probably Caption, who's looking for Robe, unable to find it as it's a good ping by Gleniboo. Misha whistling a puck a few times as Dicker gets a good block in. He's been getting some good blocks in all game, in all fairness. Robe looking for a centering pass, unable to find it as Gleniboo swats it away. Crabby drops it right in front of her net. Bit of a risky play from the goaltender there, but she recovers and is able to clear it. Robe, I don't even know what that was. Gleniboo finally gets probably Captain on the boards here, as he just sort of dumps it back to Dicker, who sends it over to Robe, who Misha whiffs on the puck there. Robe looking for any form of pass here. Gleniboo not being caught off guard there as he's able to clear it successfully. Gleniboo sends it up, met by Dicker. Misha looking for the shot on the close side there, unable to find it as Dicker shuts that down. Misha fighting behind the goal with Dicker here. Misha still fighting behind the net, and we're seeing a lot of whiffing here. As Wapex takes control of this puck, sends it right over to Mason. Mason looking for a nice little shot there, unable to catch Pandaman off guard once again. You know, Pandaman can only bail you out so much, but he's bailed them out there a little bit. Lack of reaction from the Philadelphia defense might be the story of this game. Wapex able to get past two players and takes the shot and makes it.
And yeah, Philly is still just dead. Stan V, I think he has been on for all 4 goals against. I don't want to dog on him, but it feels like he's just not playing the defense that this line really needs. He doesn't have a Glenny or a Wapex behind him anymore. He's got what, Doggin?
Yeah.
And no shade to Doggin, he is in no Wapex. He's like maybe a quarter of the size. So
yeah, Wapex, well-known large player in the BHL, as he's taking this face-off here.
Large.
He's very large. Joe Dog now making the ice down for Philadelphia. Taking off, I don't even know who they replaced, Dredgen for Joe Dog here. As Doggin, good ping, straight up to Jen and Petra. Oh my. I have no words.
Philly has no defense. I don't know what else to say. Their defense is horrible. They're not covering passes. They have zero structure. They're not communicating at all. Based on what Stan is saying in chat, they're tilted as hell. I think this is just going to be 4 more minutes of Calgary stat pad, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Robe's been doing his job defensively. You know, he's always been like playing his part defensively, pushing up the puck when he can. Stan V never really played that sort of carrying role, I guess. Obviously he's carried, but he's always had like a really good defenseman behind him, no matter what season you look at. And we're starting to notice that here, to be honest. As speaking of, Stan V trying to push it up boards. Stanley able to get past Mason as Mason has a little whiff there. Stanley looking for a pass to slot, unable to find it as Wapex will now meet him near the corner. Stanley looking for a short close post shot, unable to find it as Krabby stands strong in her net. Mason unable to win it off Stanley. Stanley still got a lot of pressure here. Not doing a lot with it though. Looking for a shot. Good ping by Mason. That's met by Dicker, who crouches again. Able to surprisingly shutting down Wapex pretty well, in all fairness. Gleniboo against Robe here. Looking for a pass up to Misha. Unable to find it. It's probably caption is all he meets. As Misha trying to find anything here. Unable to. As Gleniboo recovers that. Looking to cross it. Or he just dumps it up into the Philadelphia defensive zone. Misha looking for a slot pass. Unable to find any as it's pinged away by probably caption. Straight to Robe. Robe plays it across to probably caption who. Reaction speeds. Oh. Great glove by Krabby. I was about to make fun of Robbie Caption's reaction speed, but good shot in all fairness.
And an interesting stat real quick, Dicker has only been on the ice for 1 goal against, and truthfully, from what I've seen, Dicker has looked surprisingly good as a defenseman for this Philly team. Maybe the only pleasant surprise we've gotten from this team.
Yeah, 100%. He has looked really good, I'm not going to lie. He's been getting lots of important blocks in, blocking lots of opportunities, and he's been keeping it in the O zone or the offensive zone quite well. Bit of an unsung hero on this Philly team as Misha takes it up, unable to find anything as Doggin shuts him down. Gleniboo unable to dump it properly up to Misha as Robe is now chasing him for the puck. Bugged gets the pullback, looking for the cross pass to Misha. Misha unable to get there first as Doggin recovers well. Gleniboo looking to curve it up the boards to Misha. Robe with a good ping. Robe piling on the pressure here, trying to get anything off Gleniboo. Gleniboo gets a step on him, and he takes it back behind the net, despite being in front of Robe. Misha pings it off Stanby here, chasing up the boards, looking for a potential centering pass, unable to find anything as he is quite slow. He's getting quite tired out there. Stanby looking for a crossing pass to Robe, unable to find anything as he's shot down by a very tired Misha, who's limping on the ice right now, and decides to step to the bench for Jalen Petre. Robe also limping on the ice, looking for a long-range shot. Cannot catch Krabby off her guard, though. As Mason sends it up to Jalen Petre. Jalen Petre petering it into the boards. Sends a bit of a short pass to Wapex. Doesn't quite meet him where he wanted it to. Stanby looking for a shot here. Shot down by Mason once again. Who's able to get it past him. Has a step on him. Looking for a crossing. He pulled it back for no reason. As Stan V meets him. As he pulls it back straight into Stan V. Wapex steps on that. Good pullback. Still fighting against Stan V here against the boards. Sends it slot. Mason unable to get the hit. As Jalen Petro whiffs on it against Joe Dog. Both CGY men piling on this corner. As Jalen Petro opts to leave it. As Wapex takes control. Speaking of, it goes straight up to Jalen Petro, who's looking for a shot, unable to find it. It's Dicker. Another good defensive move. Great ping by him. As Dicker, able to push up a little bit. Mason meets it. Right, that. Wapex crosses it over for Jalen Petro. Dicker meets it once again. Jalen Petro able to get it past Dicker and Joe Dog, but cannot make the shot as they recover in time, and that will be game. 5-1 to Calgary.